All right, I think we're live.
We are live.
Yay.
Hi.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to my first live on this channel and my first live.
Hold on just a second. Sorry. Okay, I had to mute that. I am so professional.
It's okay. I'm equally professional. So I'm here with Chad Marvelous, as you can see. Hello, Chad.
Hi.
So yeah, we are going to let's hang out for a second to give people a chance to join.
Okay.
Yeah, so we are talking about our favorite Monster High dolls. Monster High, and I'll give you a quick backstory on my Monster High journey, I guess. So I'm a fairly new doll collector. So I started last year with Monster High. So they were kind of like the the entry point to the doll world, I guess. And I kind of went all in with Monster High as far as buying everything and anything that I could get my hands on. And yeah, I think what draws me to the doll line is the unique characters, and just the overall message of inclusivity, I think is awesome too. And
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I love there's so much diversity in the line also, so that's also something that I'm really excited about. And I love I think I'm more of a G1 fan versus G3. I like G3, but I don't know if that's a hot take, but
I think that's a lot of people are like that.
Yeah. So what's your Monster High journey?
My Monster High journey. Well, real quick, I just wanted to say hi to the people in the chat: Diane, Barbara, and is it Llama Face? I think I've seen. Well, Diane and Barbara I see them on my channel all the time. Llama Face, it looks familiar. Oh, and then Mama Marvelous is in the chat. My mom has joined us. Hi, Mom. Anyway, so my Monster High journey it's interesting because so I wasn't a doll collector. I liked having dolls, and I did collect one or two here and there throughout my life, but I never really had that many. I was more of a My Little Pony guy. So when I was a kid, I loved My Little Ponies back in the 80s and early 90s. And then I got back into My Little Pony around 2007, 2006, around there. And then I kind of stumbled across my Monster High specifically when I was watching my Froggy stuff on YouTube do a makeover where she made over Monster High dolls to make them My Little Pony characters, and that introduced me to customizing dolls and just all this stuff. But anyway, so that's how I found Monster High, and I was intrigued because of how articulated they were. I was more into the construction of the dolls themselves. And but then I also found out that there was Ever After High, and then by the time this happened, this was more I want to say around 2011, maybe 2012. So they had been out for a couple years, so I was aware of them, but I wasn't really into collecting them. And yeah, I that's how I found them, was through customizing, and I kind of came in through that avenue more so. And the first few that I got were from a thrift store, with intentions to customize. But then I realized customizing is a lot of work, and I just kind of became a collector, a hoarder.
Do you remember what your first Monster High doll was?
I do, and in fact, she's going to be on this list, so I'm going to be showing.
Right. Yeah, we'll save it.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Well, let's just get into it.
Sure.
I guess I'll go first. So my number 5 is, and I can never remember this one's name, but she is Kiyomi Haunterly. Ooh. I don't know. This whole line is amazing to me. I love the way that these look. I mean, first off, with the stands, I think the stands are amazing because they kind of lift the doll on the stand, so it looks like they're floating, and the whole thing with Haunted. It probably makes more sense if you've seen the movie, I guess. But I don't know. There's something about this particular doll that I was really drawn to. I think it's her eyes, because they're like white. It's like a white outline.
Yeah.
And then there's just so much going on in her outfit, but it's very like floaty and light, and she's got this. Whoops. She's got this cool purse, which is awesome. And then her hair is like super soft too. I don't know.
I think her hair is Kanekalon, so it's actually that really light feathery. They usually would use that for when they had dolls that had super straight hair, and some of them that had curly hair too. But yeah, that's what that material is. She was one. I grabbed her and I looked at her and I'm like, ooh, maybe, because that's one of my favorite lines from Monster High is Haunted. Yeah. I love it. I have all. I finally completed that collection.
Yeah, she's awesome. Yeah, I don't know. The color scheme is like amazing. I don't know, the pink and blue and the purple, and I just love this doll so much. So she is my number 5 for sure.
That is awesome. I love her so much. I don't know why. I have a thing for like dolls that have like some kind of Asian influence of like, you know, like from anywhere on the continent, really. But she, you know, is really striking. I love that you picked her, because she didn't quite make the cut for me, but she was close. So, all right. So let me go ahead and
ignoring you in the comments. Sorry, I'm just getting back to the comments. Yeah. But, let's take a quick second. Meryl King, elementary school, PG3.
Mark.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, more Halloween spooky dolls, please. Beautiful, yeah. Yeah, she's awesome. Color combo is awesome. Okay.
That's right. Daughter of the Faceless Ghost. That's what it was. It's been a while since I've seen the Haunted movie.
Toralei. Okay, cool. Yeah, if you want to play along, feel free to put in your number 5.
I love it. Yeah, if you know your top 5 off the top of your head, you know, and if you want to do that. So if you've got your number 5 is Toralei. Toralei has some gorgeous dolls, and I wish that, like, if there's the Freak du Chic one, I don't own it, but if I did, it would probably be on in my top 5 for sure.
I have to tell you, Toralei is not is like one of my least favorite dolls. I don't. There's something about her that I'm like, I don't know what it is, but I just don't like her.
That's fair. There's certain things when I look at Monster High dolls that I will determine like whether I like it or not. And sometimes it's just like it doesn't make sense that I love it, but it just happened to look pretty. Some of them, like I'll like most of about it, but like there will be one thing that I don't like, and that'll just kind of like be off-putting. And with the Werecat dolls, they have like the tails, and then their hands are claws and stuff like that. So it's like permanently molded a certain way. I always look at dolls objectively as like from a from a customizer standpoint as well. So I'm like, can I strip that doll down to nothing and start fresh without it having to be that exact character? So like some of the stuff, if it's permanently added to the doll, I don't like that.
Makes sense. All right. What's your number 5?
So my number 5, this is one of those where it's like, it may not make sense. Like, it's not a expensive doll or anything. In fact, it was a budget doll, but it's just one that I like. I look at it and she's pretty. So I've got this Elizabeth, and it's from the Ghouls Getaway line. So Elizabeth only had a few dolls. I think she had like 3 dolls, maybe 4, I don't know. But this was one of them, and it's like not super common by comparison, but she's pretty. I just like the silhouette that she has because it's super simple. It's literally just a t-shirt with a skirt and like these giant shoes, which are really awesome, by the way.
His shoes are amazing.
Right? Like, I wish that there was like some painted details to kind of bring out some of the molding in it, but the whole line was kind of like based off of going to this island and they had like some like native people that lived there that were, they had like the tiki gods and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. Then you can kind of see them like in the mold of her shoe right here and in her headpiece. Well, it's really hard to see because it's black, but you can kind of see it there. But I don't know. The reason I like her, it's the colors. Like, I love purple and I love lime green. So like this combination works, but just her silhouette overall, I think she's just really, really pretty.
Yeah. Her headpiece is crazy.
It's a little wild. It falls off very, very easily, and her hair is styled perfectly for it. I feel like I could restyle the hair to give a little more volume up here, and then I wouldn't need the headpiece. But because I've never really done anything with her hair, it's kind of flat on top, so I just leave the headpiece on. So here we go.
I don't know how you would walk in those shoes. I think you'd tiptoe.
I can do it. I mean, I walk in shoes like these all the time. I wear these around the house when I'm, going to get a snack.
You're wearing them right now.
Throw my house shoes on.
Yeah.
I'm wearing them right now. Exactly. I normally am a lot shorter than this.
Stand and look beautiful. Yes, I would also.
Oh, no.
Okay. Okay, let's do number 4. Okay, so my number 4 is also from Haunted. It's the other one from Haunted that I really love. And it is Porter. Portergeist.
Yep.
I love male dolls, so that's not a surprise. But there's something about his coloring. I just love that he looks like he glows in the dark. I don't think he does, but
I don't think so. No.
But yeah, I don't know. There's something there's something about him that I'm like really, really drawn to. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's like he's like a street punk or something, or
he kind of is, because his whole thing is like the spray paint. So he comes with the little spray cans, and his hands are different molds. So like his hands can hold the spray cans rather than it being like the normal Monster High boy hands.
Right. But yeah, I don't know. He's definitely in my top 5. I love his shoes. I'm a sucker for clear shoes.
Yeah. They look really, really cool.
Yeah. So his hair is, I washed his hair, I think, a few times because it was gross Monster High hair.
I need to wash my Porter's hair. Mine's not in that great of condition. I just went through my whole box to like do this video or this live stream, and I saw all of my dolls, and there's so many of them that really need a makeover or like just a spa day because they've been in storage for a while and they're kind of yucky.
Yeah. It's so satisfying though, like after you clean them up.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. He is handsome.
Mm-hmm.
It's a handsome ghoul. He has rooting hair. He's not rare. I don't think he's rare. I think you can find him. I had to kind of piece him together.
Mhm.
I think I got his like vest or his like little, and he's not even complete. He's missing his spray cans,
Mhm.
and maybe a couple pieces here and there. But yeah, you should be able to find him on eBay for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
these
not.
shoes, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, those are shoes that you can wear.
Um,
Yeah, I don't think he's super rare. I mean, like by comparison to some other Monster High dolls out there, he's not difficult to find.
right, and I think the haunted. I feel like the haunted line is popular.
Oh yeah.
And can get pricey. I definitely paid
Oh,
probably more than I should have for some of these haunted dolls for sure.
I would say, well, it's funny because like Monster High in general, especially G1, is really, really pricey on the secondhand market right now. And Haunted is one of the more sought after, not sought after, that's the wrong term. It's one of the more popular ones for sure. And it's so funny because most of them are pretty easy to find, but the one that's not easy to find is Rochelle. I don't know why, but she is she's ridiculously expensive out of that specific lineup anyway.
I think she's
So,
the only one I don't have, actually.
yeah, I do have her. I was able to get her. I randomly got a good price or decent price, I should say, on eBay. So I was able to get her finally, but I need to clean her up so I can add her to my collection. So,
So you're number 4.
all right. So moving on to number 4. So remember I told you about my very first Monster High doll is on this list, and this is it. So I have also from the Haunted line. So I've got Vendala Doubloons. So this was actually my very first Monster High doll, and that tells you whenever this line came out is when I started collecting because she was brand new and they were in the process of putting them on the shelves at a Kmart at the time. And when I found her, and then I was like, I want to buy a Monster High doll. And I had it like a coupon or whatever for Kmart because that's how they do. And they jack up the price and make you use coupons. That's how I did it. Anyway, so found her. She's like my favorite colors, like with the turquoise and teal color. Plus, I just think that this doll is so cool because she's a she's a ghost, but she's a pirate, and she has like a wooden leg, like the peg leg or whatever. And I love this detail. She has a shoe on this side, but this side is like sculpted. The only thing that I wish that I think would make this doll better is if they painted some of the details that they molded, and if like these chains were like actual chains would make it really cool. But otherwise, this is like a top tier Monster High doll, playline Monster High doll for me. So I'm in love with her.
Yeah,
Oh, and she even has like a little treasure chest on the back of her shoe.
yeah, it's awesome. I think the hat really like brings it all together. It's like
Yes.
it's like very like it's a little bitchy.
It kind of is, yeah. I keep trying to think of if it's not sideways, it's forward like this. But yeah, and I love it's got like a little ship with like a giant feather and a net with things in it. Like the details on this are so cool.
Mm-hmm.
They're not all, like I said, they're not all painted, so you can't see them all as easily, but they're there.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's gonna be a haunted video, I feel like.
Right. I would put the whole haunted line on my top 5, but I had way too many dolls to do that. So this is my only haunted one.
So Llama Face asked about the Rochelle from the fan vote, and yeah, I haven't heard any new news, but I don't know when that's actually coming out.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, but I saw the sketch. So like I saw the artwork for after everybody voted for like what hair she got, what makeup she got, what dress and all that stuff. The final like artwork I saw, and she looks amazing, and I cannot wait. She didn't get all the things that I voted for, unfortunately. So it's not like my personal like combination of things I would have gone with, but because I wanted her to have the high ponytail. But she looks so cool, and I cannot wait, and I definitely want to get her.
Yeah, she should be a good one for sure. Yeah, Llama Face. There's so many Monster High doll. I think If you go to mhcollector.com, that's where I kind of go for like whatever. But they're like a repository for like all the Monster High dolls, and they keep it up to date. So if you're looking for dolls, Monster High dolls to buy, you can go there for sure. Right? What is a pirate without a big hat?
I agree.
She is pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, are you talking about Rochelle?
Yeah.
The mermaid dress? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see, because the design can change a lot from the concept art to the final product. So I'm really interested to see what the doll's going to actually look like.
For sure. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Number three. Okay. So number three is also from a line that I love, and I contemplated. I think I switched them out. But this is also a very popular line. But my number three is Sweet Screams.
I am so jealous. That is one of my Grail dolls. I love the Sweet Screams line.
So Sweet Screams, if you don't know, is a candy-themed line. It included Draculaura, Frankie, Ghoulia, and Abby, and they're all different candy-themed. This Draculaura is licorice themed, and she's just like, she's amazing, and she's falling apart. I don't know. I just really love. I love her braids, her like licorice braids, and then her little purse, and her dress is really. I just love how like graphic she is. She's very like, you know, black and pink and red.
Yeah, for sure.
Very Draculaura, but it's fun, and it's like, and my favorite part, her shoes are like, look at that. They're like,
it looks like she stepped in gum, and she's lifting her foot up and it's stuck to the ground, kind of. That is so cool.
Crazy. But yeah, so I the whole line. I don't have Abby because Abby's like my least favorite from this line, but I just, yeah, these are so good. Anytime like it's like a food theme, I'm like all for it. Me too.
Yeah, I have the Forever After High. I have the Just Sweet and the Sweet Treats collection, and I love those ones. And then they came out with another one, like when they did the reboot for Ever After High, that was also sweets themed, but it was never released in the US. It was only released in another country, so I never was able to get my hands on it. But I definitely want the Monster High ones.
Yeah, Frankie's pretty good too. But yeah, Ghoulia's pretty awesome. Yeah, the boxes were amazing.
They really were, though.
Yep.
I know. I like seeing the Grail doll like right there. I'm just like, oh no, because she would be in my top, you know, one of the ones I show in this video, but I don't own her, so I can't.
Who is your favorite out of that line?
Oh, out of that line, I think my favorite is actually Abby. I'm not sure, because like I like all four of them, and I would love to have all four of them, but I think Abby is my favorite because of her color scheme and the fact that her like sweet is ice cream. It just, I don't know, I think it works really well. And then I love Ghoulia has amazing colors, like the contrast between the blue and then the bright green and red, I think looks so good. And I think that's really for all four dolls. They have my favorite face up because they have giant eyes and it looks so pretty.
Hey, Nola's Dolls and Aquatics. How's it going? Okay. So you're number 3.
All right. So I was torn, and like my top favorite dolls list is constantly fluctuating, and like I literally kept like taking dolls out of this list and putting them in, and switching them out. Finally, I landed on this doll. So I am in love with the Haunt Couture line, the new G1 style Monster High dolls, but I think that my favorite is probably Claudine. I don't know. I love, once again, it's just the way she looks is really pretty. I love that they gave her pink as the accent color in her hair instead of purple like they sometimes do. I'm not usually one for dolls that have fur coats, but this one has one and I don't mind it. But I love that it's like got lime green for the lining, and her outfit underneath is really cute with like this like faux leather skirt and everything, and then like her shoes are everything. Like I'm loving those shoes, and then I love the detail with the purse having an actual chain, but then also like the purse is supposed to be like she upcycled her original doll's outfit for the purse, but it's also like inspired by a designer outfit as well, or designer handbag that somebody, I don't remember what the actual name of the company was that made it, but there's just so many cool things about this. But I think my favorite thing is just the way she looks. Like I think this is my favorite Claudine face, and like the whole Haunt Couture line I love, and I was struggling to decide if I wanted to do Claudine, Frankie, or Laguna, because those are the only 3 that I own that I was able to get. But yeah, no, I think Claudine is definitely at least out of the 3, but she's definitely my number 3.
Yeah, I love the. I mean, green and purple is such a great color combo.
Yeah,
and it almost like screams monster.
it really does. Yep, just add it. Green, purple, and orange are the Halloween colors.
Yeah. I have Laguna and Cleo from Haunt Couture. Those are the only 2 I have. Probably the only 2 I'm going to get, because I'm not paying for Draculaura because she is insane right now.
I know, and I could have got her, and then I didn't, and now I really I'm mad at myself because she's like the most expensive one to get secondhand, and I'm just like, why? Because I think I've never been a huge Draculaura fan, but there's a couple individual dolls I love, and that is probably my favorite Draculaura. So I'm really mad at myself for not getting her.
Yeah. Meryl's number 3 is Jackson Jekyll from the live action movie. Do you like Jackson Jekyll because he was hot, or because you actually like Jackson Jekyll? Because I honestly think his doll is one of the more unattractive dolls that I've seen in a while. So
I think I like the okay, that's right, because Jackson is the human version, and then Holt Hyde was the blue one. Okay, that's what it was. I like Holt Hyde. I don't own him, but I want to. Like, he's the blue doll with the fire hair. I think he looks so cool, and I'd like to get one of him. I'd say Jackson Jekyll, like his dolls are kind of like, they're okay, but he kind of falls in that category of the reason why I don't really collect too many boy dolls. But he's a really good base for customizing.
yeah. Silver lining.
I own a few, but they're from the thrift store, and he's not wearing outfits or anything. It's literally in my stock box.
Yeah, so Mattel Creations, I don't know. Just take a quick break from this. So Frankie, the second Haunt Couture Frankie, and the Cleo and Deuce 2-pack. So those are both still up. Do you think that is
these ones?
Yeah. Do you think they're still up because they're not as popular, or do you think
Ooh.
Mattel finally figured out that to like make more of the dolls?
That is a really good question. So I mean, obviously I don't know, but I always have to say that because if I start talking and it's like an opinion, I think some people sometimes after the fact get a little. They think I somebody heard it from somewhere, but this is just a theory. I think that it's a combination of different things. So I've noticed that when it comes to the Haute Couture one, the masquerade one. It's possible that she's not as popular, but I've noticed that it's not by her, it's pre-order. And I'm wondering if they're purposely waiting to like see how many people buy her. And then that's why it's taking so long for them to get them out. It also could be that maybe they did find a fix for the bot issue because a lot of resellers use bots that go on from like unique IP addresses and buy a whole bunch of them. So that's how before it's even been released, you see so many listings on eBay as a pre-order. It's because they do it that way. So I'm wondering if they found a way to fix that. But I don't know if it's that she's not popular because everybody always complains about these dolls and then they sell out. So like I think that maybe what I'm like really hoping is that Mattel is finally, because they planned these dolls out like a year in advance. So they wouldn't have known when, like when the first couple drops of Haute Couture and the Skeletor dolls came out, they wouldn't have necessarily been able to anticipate how popular and how much of a demand there was. That's why they made more of the Grady twins and Pennywise. So I'm wondering if they're finally getting the idea that, hey, yes, there is a market for these G1 dolls, so let's make more of them because we can sell more of them. So I'm hoping that that's the case. I don't know though. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I think it's a combination. I think it's a combination of both situations for sure.
Yeah,
I think I feel like it's mostly the Mattel thing versus Frankie not being popular because I mean, they're pretty popular. So I don't know. Yeah, like you said, we don't know. But
right, there's no way to know. I don't work for the company or anything. So, but I think for the other ones though, for the 2-pack, I think that one, the Holiday collection, that one I think they just made more of because they did the same thing with the Draculaura for the Christmas one because she was available, then she sold out, then she came in and was available, and then she sold out, and then she was sold out for a little while, and I think it was just because she was popular, and then after that she came in stock and now she's just available. So I think that the Holiday ones, I think that's more of like they're planning ahead and they're stocking more of them.
Yeah,
but that's my guess. I'm not sure about the limited edition ones. Those are the ones I'm like, I want to find out. I'm curious.
Someone knows.
Yeah.
What do we think of Elvira? I own Elvira. Just because I love Elvira and I grew up with Elvira, so she's very she definitely tickles that nostalgia bone for me.
Oh yeah.
So she's definitely not like amazing. I don't know. I wish they had put a little more effort into it, into the doll. The biggest thing I think is for me is I wish, and this is going to sound really weird and strange, but I wish she had bigger boobs.
I was going to say the cleavage.
Yeah, because Elvira is known for having like a giant. She's very top heavy. And I wish they had like. I'm not saying like give her like, cartoonishly like whatever, but like give her something, because
right.
I don't think they did anything to because I think they're using the Blood Good.
Probably.
Right?
Which I mean, I guess to be fair, technically is a little bit more curvaceous in that way, but yeah, no, I get it. I didn't get her. I'm like, I would like to own her, but she came out at a time where I was having to be like particular about the dolls that I was buying, especially the more expensive, like limited edition dolls. So I ended up not buying her because I don't like, I love Elvira as a person. I know who she is. I've never watched any of her movies. I've never seen any of her actual work other than like commercials or clips here and there or memes. I know her by reputation, and so there is a nostalgia factor there, but I don't have any like connection to her because of that. And the only other real place that I know her from is from RuPaul's Drag Race, because I watched that show and she's a return guest judge on there and stuff. So, and I know a lot of the activist work she does. So I love her as a person, but I don't have that connection. So I didn't buy her, which is like, I would like to own her. I really would, but I just didn't spend the money on her at that time.
Yeah. Yes. Completists.
Completists. Oh yeah. Okay. Here's the thing. I have been a completist because I'm a gamer and I play video games that have like secrets in them and stuff. And I have to like, I'm a completionist. I need to like get all of them and then have that like list and then see the 100% thing. It's a sickness. It's weird. And unfortunately I did that with doll collecting. I did that with Ever After High. I started to do that, and it became like, because I started collecting while they were on the shelves, it wasn't so bad. But after the fact, when it was officially canceled, the prices went up, and then they skyrocketed during the pandemic when everybody had those checks, the whatever, we got the extra money. Yeah, the stimulus checks. So like doll collecting got really expensive at that time. And now there's a few dolls that I don't own that are just they're really expensive for no reason other than a lot of people want them. And so I don't own them, but I had to like make peace with that. I'm like, I can't be a completionist because just for the sake of, it's like, if the doll doesn't actually bring me joy, I don't actually need it.
The only thing I'm a completionist with, and kind of what started me with doll collecting were the Mansters. I was like, okay, I'm gonna like get all the Mansters. So I did that.
Yeah.
That's why I have a Jackson Jekyll. Otherwise, I would be like, I'm not getting this Jackson Jekyll. But I have all the Mansters.
That's fair, and like I feel like it's easier because your collection is going to be like smaller to begin with. Like the right. What you have to choose from there's less of it. So
yeah. And they're typically they're less sought after, and they're like typically cheaper. Did Jackson Jekyll dirty?
They did. Okay, here's the thing. I don't like the way that I had a couple problems with the live action movie. And it was just because they're reintroducing it. They wanted to come up with like a new story. They didn't want to just redo the same story. So I get it. But like, I kind of liked the character from the cartoon, even though I wasn't a huge fan of the cartoon. I liked it. I just never really watched it. But the live action movie, it was kind of a weird take for him because he's a monster, like he's the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde situation. I don't know. It was interesting. Yeah. But yeah, the actor though.
Yeah, he was pretty hot. $75 is a lot for the like the Skeletor dolls for sure.
That's fair.
Yeah.
For talk about Elvira, yeah.
Not a big Elvira fan. That's
Get out! No, I'm just kidding. Don't do.
To each their own. Skeletor character you want to see a doll of next?
Ooh, I don't know. What do you think?
I'm looking at my collection. A Skeletor, so like a souped up version,
like a horror movie character or something.
or character. Maybe someone mentioned Wednesday. I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna do Wednesday.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe if they are there, it's already in the works and it's going to come out around the same time that season 2 of Wednesday comes out on Netflix. Because that would make sense. But you're right. I don't know if they would do that because it depends on if they can get the licensing for it. So I don't know. So here's the thing. I'm not a huge scary movie, horror movie fan. I don't do like gore and stuff like that. I like sci-fi and I like fantasy and other stuff, but like when it comes to specifically those, I don't. That's why I have no intention of ever owning the Pennywise doll. I don't care for that doll at all. Like the Grady twins are cute, but I've never watched The Shining, so I don't have it anyway. Right. So I can't think of. Oh, it would be kind of interesting if they made a Monster High Skeletor Xenomorph from Aliens, because I do like the Aliens franchise. Yeah, that would be really interesting.
Yeah, that'd be sick. I think doing a like a Freddy or a Jason, like a classic like 80s like slasher, like a gender bent kind of thing would be fun.
That would be cool because they did that with Pennywise, the gender bend thing. Right. That would actually be kind of cool. I'd be interested to see how they do that. I have a feeling they'll do like a Mummy because they did Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein, and they did Dracula, which was also a gender bend, by the way. Right. So I'd be interested. They might do like a Swamp Thing or like the Mummy or like other classic movie characters, possibly. Don't like horror either. Yeah. No, I know a lot of people are in that same boat. I like suspense and I like creature features. So like if it's a scary movie where it's like an animal, like I love Lake Placid, as corny as it is. I like Lake Placid. I like Deep Blue Sea. Those I enjoy. I don't know why, but I do.
Was Lake Placid, was Betty White in that one? Was that Lake Placid or am I thinking of something else?
Wait, what was that?
Is that Betty White? Was she in that?
Lake? She was. Okay. Yes, Betty White was in Lake Placid. Yeah, that's the one with the alligator or crocodile that grew to enormous size, and it turns out that she was like feeding them and stuff.
Oh, Betty. R.I.P. Betty.
Yeah, Betty White was an American treasure.
Okay, back to the countdown. Number 2. So my number 2 is a manster.
Okay.
He is a manster that was not easy to find. But I really love.
I'm wondering if I can guess who it is. If it was hard to find, but I don't know. Go ahead.
He was part of a 2-pack.
Okay, I think I know who it is.
Yeah. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, it's not who I thought it was. Okay. I completely forgot about Manny. Oh, he's actually really cool.
Yeah. Who were you thinking of?
I thought it was going to be Valentine because Valentine's was part of the 2-pack, but it was San Diego Comic-Con as well. So
yeah. I like Manny Tor because he doesn't look like any of the other Mansters besides Hezekiah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think they use the same mold, but
I never even noticed that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I don't know. It's also like a funny concept to have. It literally looks like a human body with they just. Oh,
he's on the thing. He's on the TV behind.
And they just slap this bull head on it.
Yep.
And he's also like wearing like these like very normal.
He's got the bottom half is literally a normal Monster High boy doll, but then like the upper half, literally they just took like a bicycle pump and plugged it in his shoulder and went,
For sure. But yeah, he also he has this. He also comes with this backpack.
Oh, cool.
That does not really stay on him very well. I think he also comes with a basketball. But yeah, I don't know. I just love how like big and like beefy he is. So
Yeah, that is. I like how unique he is,
yeah,
because that's one of the big things. Is like I like out of the Monster High dolls, I like their unique dolls. I think that they just did a really good job coming up with some of these ideas as well. So, and I want the Iris Clops that he came with, the because he was in that 2-pack. I want that Iris, that particular Iris.
yeah. I have Iris is in my collection for sure. She was a contender, but she did not make the cut.
Yeah.
So anyway, what's your number two?
All right. So my number two, I've actually brought up before because she's actually in my I made my top 10 favorite dolls in my collection video, and in that video she's on that list as well. So I've got Greta Gremlin.
Yes.
I absolutely. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not a huge like fan of scary movies or horror movies. This is not a horror movie. This is a comedy. This is like a dark comedy maybe or whatever, but like cuz people don't really die. Like a couple of people technically die, I guess, but like it's more of a comedy, and I just think that the Gremlins are adorable. They're hilarious and gross and all the things, but like I don't know. I just remember like the movies when I was younger, I was afraid to watch them. And then like I got a little older and then I watched them. I was like, why was I afraid to watch these? But it's not even the nostalgia of the Gremlins movie as much. It's really just the doll. Like even if if I did not know what Gremlins was and had never seen the movies or known that they existed, I would still love the way that this doll looks for being Monster High. Like this is a monster. Like talking about a unique doll, like these giant ears and everything. But I love the way that her face looks. I think her face is really cute. Like the proportions make her look adorable because she has slightly bigger eyes than normal. But like I also think that they just did a really good job at like making it look like a Monster High version of Greta from Gremlins without looking gross and ugly like she does in the movie.
Yeah.
So, and I love her little lipstick. She comes with like a little lipstick that she can apply.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Although she's holding it kind of like a microphone.
She's definitely I guess she would be like a Grail doll for me. I wish I had her because she's definitely like one of those like I wish I like had her.
Yeah,
because she's so beautiful. Like I think she's just like, and she comes
with
with a little
gizmo. Like it's I've always wanted a little gizmo, but I did not want a Furby. Like this is literally the perfect compromise for me. And it's funny because I don't care about the like doll pets when they come out so much. But this is like the exception of all exceptions is Gizmo, because it's Gizmo. Like he's so adorable.
He is adorable.
I can't get him wet and I can't feed him after midnight, but and I keep him where he doesn't get touched by the sun because Mogwai. But
so Meryl's is Claudine. Which Claudine, Meryl, is your number two?
Oh my gosh, yeah, because there's so many Claudines. I kind of want to look it up now. How many Claudine dolls is there?
When I think of Claudine, I think my favorite Claudine off the top of my head is Freak to Chic, I think.
Yes. So
yeah,
that's absolutely one of my favorite lines.
She's so like she's so bizarre looking to me, like the way she's like and
she almost made it into this list just because of I was looking through my list, and this is one of them, just because of the details on her outfit and everything, like the hardware, that like the corsetting and like the boots. She has like probably some of my favorite Monster High boots ever, and she just looks so cool. It was, like I said, it was really hard to pick my top 5. But I really, really like the Freak du Chic line. I only own 3 of the dolls from Freak du Chic, but that's one of my favorite lines alongside of Haunted.
Next would be Tiffany. Yeah, I don't know if Tiffany I don't know if Tiffany's going to be the next Skulllector or not. I don't.
Tiffany.
Tiffany from Chucky.
Oh, okay. Well, once again, not enough. Oh, that's the other thing. I didn't even think about that. They could go into the realm of Chucky, and they could go into the realm of like Megan is the new big one, and then there's a few others. Like I forgot some of the names of some of the other creepy horror movie dolls, but yeah, they have a few different that they could go off of, or
Yeah, there's plenty of options out there for sure.
Heard to Becky Beach about Tiffany being next.
Yeah.
Hope they do her justice. I mean, any character that they do, I hope that they do justice for, especially for the fans, because I feel like those are dolls that like not just doll collectors or Monster High fans would be interested in. Right. You've got a dedicated fan base for those properties already, so like of course, like there's probably I know that there are fans of Elvira that probably bought the Monster High doll even though they don't care about Monster High, but they wanted the Elvira doll, and the
Cleo Honkator doll is beautiful.
I'm so mad I missed out on that one. Like I think that came out one of the times when I was in Disneyland and I wasn't able to pick her up. I really wish I had the Haunt Couture Cleo.
Yeah, she's really pretty. So Meryl's talking about the first wave Claude.
Okay. Yeah. The OG.
The OG Real Drama Claudine. The whole Real Drama line, I think, is great.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. Okay.
Ew. What?
Ew. Just ew. Okay, so now we're going to do honorable mentions. I have two honorable mentions. The first one is a weird one, I guess, but and I don't know how to say her name, but we're going to try. So this is Widona Spider. So,
yep, that's it. You said it right.
Widona Spider. I was telling my husband about it. He was like, "What's her name?" I was like, "Widona Spider." She's like, "So like Winona Ryder?" I was like,
"Yep."
Oh, okay.
I
totally missed that pun. So, thank you, husband. But I just love how weird and like cool this thing is, because she has like 6 arms, and I don't know, for like a doll line to like do this, like to come up with like
for sure
is like, that's like crazy. And I don't know how popular she really was, honestly. I know she had a did she have like a Comic-Con exclusive or something?
Yeah, so when she was first released, she was released at Comic-Con, and I don't remember if she was one of the ones where like fans voted on her or not, but yeah, I think she was, and so that's where she made her debut, and it was one of the comic book dolls, and it came out with around the same time as the comic book dolls, the other Monster High dolls, but I don't know. I agree though, like the fact that she has 6 arms, like if there's something that Monster High does well, it's uniqueness. Like I think that, because there is no other dolls that have 6 arms. Like they have a mermaid with 2 heads because she's the Hydra and stuff. Like I don't know, and like Manny, the Minotaur. Like there's so many unique dolls, and I think that Widona is really cool.
Yeah, and I love her black skin. Like that's also like what kind of drew me to her. Also,
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. The contrast, like the contrast of the red and the black and the 6 arms, and I was like, I have to have this thing because
I wouldn't mind getting one. Not a fan of spiders, but I wouldn't mind getting a Widona specifically. And I know she had like an I Heart Fashion, so she has different outfits she could wear. So I got to figure out what outfit I'd want to put her in. But
and then my second honorable mention is this Draculaura. I think
Mhm.
this is a creep over G3.
Yeah,
I had to bring in a G3 just because I felt bad, but I think she's my favorite G3, honestly,
nice.
just because I think Draculaura is probably my favorite overall.
Yeah.
I love her body type. I love her color scheme. I think this little coat is really cute. I love her
Mhm.
outfit. I just everything about her is really cute and amazing.
Yeah, I feel bad now. I didn't get any G3 in my. I've got some new dolls here, like with the Hunkator and with Greta, but I didn't grab any G3. I probably should have for honorable mentions, but oh, that's cute. I didn't know she had bat wings on the back. That is adorable. Okay, that just made her so much like even better. Like, and it's so funny because, like I said, I'd never been like a huge Draculaura fan, but
Yeah.
the G3 Draculaura base doll, I love. Like some of her outfits, I'm just still not a fan of, but the base doll is adorable. Her face is so pretty,
Yeah.
and I love the split dye and
Yeah.
everything. And like that one, I didn't know. There's so many little details because I don't have her, so I didn't know that she had all these like cute
Yeah.
details with the bat wings and stuff.
Yeah. Super cute. But yeah, those are my honorable mentions. So
Okay. So I have some honorable mentions here. I'm going to I have technically 5 that I'm going to show you, so I'm going to group them together. But so one of them, so like, I don't really collect too many boy dolls, except the ones that I do collect are Monster High and Ever After High. But for Monster High, I like when it comes to boy dolls, Nathan Rott is definitely my favorite boy doll that I own. If I had Invisibility, it would be Invisibility because I like his style. But Nathan Rott, I don't know. I really like him. I think he's cool. I like the fact that he was technically supposed to be gay representation in Monster High, even though that didn't end up happening. But I don't know. I just think that he looks really cool. I think other than the fact that he's technically half zombie, he's very handsome. And I like the fact that he's a unicorn and that he's got long hair because like I like long hair on guys. I think more guys should wear long hair. But I like once again he's a unicorn, so he's got a tail as well. So
I do like the
I thought
tail.
that was really
Yeah,
cool.
I like the tail.
It's a little different. I kind of wish that they did different colors because they just kind of gave him the red, blue, and yellow primary colors, but it's still like I don't know. I like it. And then for me, honorable mentions like there wasn't specific. There were specific dolls, but like I really like Monster High's unique or like one-off characters that they do. So like the ones that are like for specific movies or specific line or whatever. So they have these like exchange students and stuff like that. But I really and I also really like the little sister body mold. So I've got these 2 right here. So I've got Lorna McNessie, who is Scottish. My grandfather's Scottish as well. So like I really like the Scottish dolls.
I have never seen these.
Really? I love it. She's the daughter of the Loch Ness Monster. So, and she's like, once again, a unique mold. But I just think she is adorable. And I love, she's on the little sister body mold. And then so is Kirsty Trollston, I think is her name. And she's a gamer. So like, she's got like the 8-bit glasses and like even her eyes. I don't know if you can really see them. Actually, why am I doing that? I can zoom. Look at that. Ooh. So like her irises have the 8-bit kind of like pixels.
Yeah.
And her outfit and everything. I could have been zooming this whole time and shown details so much better, but oh well. But yeah, I love this. Oh, and even like her little shoes.
Cute.
And stuff like that. So I really like these ones just because I don't know, they have a special place in my heart. And then like I didn't get all of the ones out because there's also like from the Boo York line, they had the 3 new characters and a few others, and I dropped something. But these are a couple others that like almost made the top 5 list just on their own. But I've got Batsy Claro. because I love these colors. Like she looks like she is supposed to glow in the dark, but she doesn't. But like I love this doll. I think that this is the only doll we got for this character, but I think that she's just so pretty, and I love her details. And she's also from that like island kind of looking aesthetic. And then this one, Izzy Dawn Dancer, I think is her name, and she's inspired by Native American culture, or no, she's South American culture, I think. I want to see. I'm not sure, but anyway, maybe a mix of both because she's got a dream catcher there. But anyway, so this doll, when I first saw her, I was like, she's okay. And I wasn't going to get her, but then she was on clearance at Target for $5 and they had tons of them. And I wish I would have picked up like 4 or 5 because now she is one of the more expensive dolls to get on the secondhand market.
She was definitely on my to buy list. I really like her, the way she looks.
Yeah, I just, after getting her and seeing her in person, like out of the box, I fell in love with this doll. I absolutely love this doll. And the hair is like my favorite. It's super high quality and it's teal. So like what's not to love? But yeah, any of the, like there's a few others like LED and what was the Bigfoot one? It was like Abby's cousin. I forgot her name. Oh my gosh. Chat, anybody in the chat? I forgot the character's name. Anyway, but I have her as well. And it's going to come to me later. I'm going to randomly blurt it out when we're talking about something else. But anyway, so yeah, those one-off characters, I love collecting those ones.
Yeah, sometimes the one-offs are really good, and sometimes they're really bad.
True. Yeah, it can be hit or miss.
Yeah. Okay, so number 1.
She's the one I don't have. Which one are you talking about, Becky? The Izzy? Probably. I don't know. She'll probably respond here in a second.
Probably.
Marisol, that's the one. Yes, Marisol, the Yeti or the Bigfoot girl. Yeah.
All right. So my number 1 is kind of boring. Or people will probably think it's boring, but so it's a Manster. He is my favorite Manster. I have all of his G1 dolls. There are 6 of them. Can you guess who it is?
I'm guessing Deuce. I could be wrong.
Final answer?
Wait, hold on. I gotta think of. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can't think of all the Mansters right now. Oh my gosh, Claude. How did I not think of Claude?
Yeah, Claude. So I love Claude. I don't know what it is about Claude. I kind of have a toy crush on Claude, like a doll crush. Even though his fashions are very dated and it's like of a time for sure.
Yeah.
This is definitely like I think my favorite Claude.
I was gonna say he looks really good. I like that outfit. Here's the thing: teal is one of my favorite colors, and I think gold goes perfectly with teal. So I love, and that's a really good screening on that one.
Yeah.
And is that one of the earlier ones? Does he have wrist articulation, or can he bend at the wrists?
He does not. He does not have wrist articulation.
He's one of the early ones, then, like one of the really early ones.
Yeah. So yeah, he's my number 1. I don't know. I love my Claude. I don't know if you can tell in the background. My husband drew me a Claude.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, I just love him. I love him so much.
I don't know if he's necessarily more sought after, but I think he's less common. So because of that, he's more expensive. And I don't own a Claude. I have one that I found at a thrift store naked, and he's in my stock box. But like, I want to own at least one of every character from Monster High G1. And so he's one of the ones like I'm on the market for, like I want to get, but I don't know all the ones he's got, and I got to look at them because I know that there's one that I really liked and I was hoping to get, but of course it's like one of the more expensive ones. I don't know. These like,
I think my number 2 would be the Sweet. Is it Sweet 1600 or whatever the the prom.
mm-hmm.
He's really cool. I'm not crazy about his hair though, but his outfit, he's looking very sharp in that outfit.
Yeah.
Yes, they are making a G3. He should be coming out soonish.
How do you like the G3 Mansters? The way that they're designed.
I like Deuce. Not all versions. I wish his hair was, I don't know, there's something about the coloring of his hair and the way it's like shaped. I do like it to the side. But and he's cute. He's got a really cute face. But so and he's the only one so far, and then Claude.
Yeah, Claude's coming out. Have you seen the pictures?
Yeah, and I think he's cute. I don't know. I think until we actually see the doll like in person, I think. But I haven't seen any of the new show yet. Also, so I don't know how he's portrayed in the new show. So I don't really know how to compare.
Right. I haven't. So when the original show, like I literally just put this on for the sake of this live stream, just to have something in the background. But I've actually never really watched too much of the Monster High series. I think I've seen all the movies, but I haven't seen all the series. For the new series, same thing. I've seen the live action movie, but I haven't really seen the short series because they're so fast paced and they're literally 4 kids that have the attention span of a goldfish. So like they're like it's hard to watch sometimes, but like I want to watch them so I can kind of get an idea of these characters. But as far as just looking at the dolls, like I do like the boy dolls from G3 so far. I think are looking pretty good. But I know what you're saying about. Deuce, like I think the coloring, his original dolls had like gradient for the snakes and stuff like that, but it's now just a solid color.
Yeah, I think he just looks like I don't know. There's something I don't know. There's something like not there's something he feels incomplete somehow. I don't know what it is. But I don't know. I mean, I have like 3 of them or 2 of them, so I don't hate them that much or whatever. But I definitely plan on getting
prefer the G1 style dolls.
Yeah, the G1s. I have 2 G1s. I have the Bujork because I love his outfit. He looks really cool. And then I have like another like random one. I don't even know like where he's from, but from
Bujork, they had that one. I don't remember his name, but it was the Egyptian, like the singer boy. I wish that they made an official Monster High doll for that character because like I really like the Egyptian. Like Cleo is like one of my absolute favorite characters from Monster High, but like him being Egyptian and having that style, I would have loved to have a doll of him.
Right. Maybe he'll be a Skeletor. Who knows?
That would be kind of cool.
I mean, highly unlikely, but yeah.
Pharaoh, that's who it was. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so who's your number one? Who's your number one?
My number one. Okay, so not like you would think it'd be like a collector doll or a really expensive doll, but it's not necessarily. It's just one that I am completely obsessed with, and I just love the way that this individual doll looks. So I decided to go with Laguna from the Real Drama line. Like I also have her in box because I'm an out of box collector, but I've got both in box and out of box. Oh my gosh, there's such a glare here. But anyway, yeah, I am obsessed with this Laguna doll. I love, where's the picture? There we go. The artwork on the back, or the photograph. I love that. But so I don't know what it is. So ever since I opened this doll, I'd had her sitting like next to my desk ever since, like, so for the past several months now. And this individual version of Laguna brings me so much joy. And it's really just like the way she looks. And of course, it's my favorite color, this turquoise color for the pop of color. But there's something about the silhouette of the original Laguna's outfit and everything with these shoes, because like I love like OG Laguna as well. But I'm also completely obsessed with dolls that have long hair. So when this doll line came out, like I was like, I need them, and I need them yesterday. So like, but I just love the way that she looks. Her face looks so pretty. And like, there's just something about the silhouette. Like I want to get multiples of this doll, just so that way I can like put this version of the doll in each of Laguna's outfits. Like I don't even need the blue Laguna. I just want the gray Laguna with the super long hair. You know, like I love this doll that much. So just because she is literally the single doll that gives me the most joy on her own, the Real Drama Laguna is my number one pick.
She's really pretty. I really like the. I have all of the Real Drama dolls in the box. The only one I have out of box is Draculaura. I think she's my favorite out of that line.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with the long hair is like. Awesome. I love the long hair on these.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I love this whole line. Really, like. I guess I could technically put Real Drama as just like the line in general as my number one, but specifically Laguna. By the way, I love her hair in a ponytail like this. Her hair is long enough she can do a high pony. I don't know where my Draculaura is, but and then I've got my Claudine. But yeah, if I can find at a regular price more of Laguna, I'm buying more, because I'm not even joking. I'm going to put her in her different like fashion packs and stuff like that if I can.
Yeah, that would be, I mean, yeah, if
that'd get really expensive though.
If they ever like produce any more of those, I feel like they're like
replenished. Yeah. Going back to I think I was gonna like allude to that, is like some of these like the Real Drama dolls, I just didn't bring it up at the time because she was my number one. I didn't want to spoil it, but like these Real Drama dolls and the Boo Original Cree Productions and stuff, I think that those were done and like thought up, designed, made, manufactured, and like whatever, and sitting there waiting before they were released, and before they knew that people were going to just eat them up, you know, and they weren't ready for it. I just wish that they would make more at this point. Like, I don't know if there's like some reason, like cost or something, why they wouldn't go back and make more at this point. But I'm sure that they have a reason. I just wish that they would, because like people want these or come out with more as well.
It's so bizarre, because obviously there's a demand for these dolls, like you said, like the Real Drama, the Cree Productions, but like they haven't made any more like since when did they come out? Like
last year? Yeah, something like that, like or early last year. Oh gosh, no. Wait, yes? I don't know. I remember I did a live stream on Halloween opening my Real Drama dolls. And so it was definitely before that. So maybe it was like mid last year sometime. Yeah. And then I'm not paying a scalper on eBay. I agree. Like, I think it also kind of depends on the situation, because there's certain dolls like the Alice in Wonderland that was designed by Mary Blair, like that Disney Store limited edition doll. I'm probably going to end up having to pay secondhand prices because I didn't get her, but that was on me. Like I chose not to get her at the time, and then I regretted it. So like that's fine. But there was that Frankie, the SDCC one that came out last year, the Voltageous Frankie. I was so mad because I tried to buy her, but then I couldn't because there was an issue with the Mattel website, and just so many people that wanted to buy her couldn't. And now she's gone, like the only place to get her is paying secondhand prices. That's when I don't want to pay secondhand prices, because I tried to buy her at retail. Yeah. So like, that's not my fault. And now I'm going to have to pay twice as much. So I'm like mad and salty about it.
It just doesn't make sense to me, because there's obviously a demand. They just have to like produce more. They're not like creating something from the ground up or anything. So it's like, do you want our money or do you not want our money? Like,
I know that there is a whole thing when it comes to the stores, because we're the consumers, but the stores are the buyers. Right. And the stores that are going to stock it, like Amazon and Target and stuff, the thing is they have their own website they could sell it on. So I don't know what's the issue, but if they're like, we want a certain amount and that's it, then, they moved on, and maybe they made them, and then whatever supply is, they only had enough for that, and then they moved on, and it would be more expensive now to start making more of them. So they'd have to change the price, and then nobody would want to buy them because of that. I don't know. There's so many like nuances to these topics.
I know. It's just like, yeah, they should have the molds. Yeah, come on, Mattel. Get your act together. The whole pre-order thing. I think they've definitely done that. The whole like, we're gonna gauge how popular something is by taking pre-orders, or there's like a term. I don't think it's pre-order, but it's like where it
was like a temperature check
or something. I don't know, but like because I ordered something. I ordered a Masters of the Universe figure, like a pre-order thing, where they had sold it on Mattel Creations. It sold out, but then they realized that a lot more people wanted it, so they opened it back up. But it was a thing where they. And it was 2 days. It was 2 days of like pre-orders or whatever, and then this was back in like September. The estimated delivery date is July of this year.
Oh wow!
So it's like,
I'm wondering if maybe that is what they're doing with the newer ones, like with Frankie being still available.
I mean that would make sense. Yeah, the only downside is that you would have to wait longer, because they have to like obviously like produce all those. But
right.
I don't know. That's why I don't work at Mattel.
Right. Although it'd be kind of cool just to work there, but can I just be like work in the mail room and like like put? They don't do that anymore. They have everything's email. I could be an intern and do the coffee runs. I don't know. I just want to be on the inside. I want to know.
I'm curious about MGA, honestly. Because you never really hear about like their inner workings necessarily, or like
and that's because they are. So here's the thing: I get a lot of my information from Claudina9 on YouTube. Like, so I'm not like I say things like confidently because like I heard it from somebody else, but like I don't actually know. I'm just like anyway. But it's because MGA is not a publicly traded company, but Mattel is. So we get to see more stuff behind the curtains for Mattel than we do for MGA. But that's also like, I guess the reason why MGA can produce like Rainbow High dolls at a higher quality, but for like a more competitive price, because they put more effort into the quality and they don't care if there's a loss or maybe not as much profit, because they would rather do this. Whereas Mattel has to answer to the sellers and the shareholders and all that stuff. So they don't always have the final say to be like, we just want a really high quality doll. They're like, we want to make a high quality doll. And they're like, cool, but how much is it going to cost? Okay, no, we can't do it that way. You have to bring it down a little. So there's all that. And it's so funny because I know that I hear that from multiple different sources and stuff like that, but I feel like the mass majority of the comment sections on Instagram and Facebook groups do not know that. They just take it at face value and complain. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother video.
I mean, that's So Monster High. I I also had a hard time picking. And if you ask me like next week, I'm sure my list would be different.
For sure.
But yeah, I don't know. I love the brand. I haven't really been buying a ton of Monster High, honestly, recently. Just because there's not a ton that's available for some reason.
Right. Because your choices are either going to be G3, which they only have so much out so far, or G1 or G2, which are like hard to find now because secondhand and everything. So and expensive.
Yeah. I mean, I have a short list of G1 dolls that I still want to get, but I'm just like, I would rather spend that on like, I'm really into buying like weird, just like weird dolls. Like there's so many weird boy dolls out there. It's just so funny, and I have a whole box. I have a box over here of like weird things I need to make videos on, but But yeah, so I'm kind of I'm pausing on Monster High for now until something like piques my interest. And the stuff that's coming out is like kind of interesting, but not like I'm not like feverishly like, ooh, I have to have this like one thing necessarily. Like the Ultimate Secrets, I'm like,
okay. I got really excited for Monster High G3 when it came out, and like I went real hard and I got all the signature dolls and stuff like that, but I have definitely cooled off on Monster High G3, mainly because I know it's going to be mass produced, it's going to be available, so if there is a doll that I actually want, I can get it and not have to worry about it like a collector doll where it's going to sell out and disappear and then I'll have to pay really like a lot of money to get it. So I think my thing is like, and that's pretty much with any current doll brand. That's why I don't like get things necessarily right when they come out. I'm like, I'll wait till there's a sale or something. But there's a few like G3 for Cleo specifically, I feel like is killing it. Like I want all of the G3 Cleos. Like I even want that. They had the 6-pack, like the sports one that came out. Like, I don't want that pack, but I specifically want Cleo and I want the Frankie. I'm like, I only want those two. I don't really need the whole pack. Right. But I don't know. I really like how they've been doing Cleo this time around. I think they're doing really good. And the Skulltimate Secrets Wave 2 is looking way more interesting than Wave 1 to me.
Yeah, they do look. Yeah, I agree. And the Cleo one is like. It's like, wow, because she's got the whatever that thing is on her head.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a sun or what, but yeah, no, I know exactly what you're talking about.
What else have we seen? We've seen Abby, Claude. Anything else that we know about that's coming out for G3?
Not that has been officially released. I do know that there has been, like they've kind of mentioned the Werecat sisters, like the twins, Persephone and Meowlody. Right. They've been talking about that, but we haven't seen anything like really official for them, or I haven't just yet. They have the Monster Ball coming out, like those ones look really cool. So that's the other thing. I think that like Monster High G3, like they started pretty good and then they kind of dipped just a little bit for me, but now they're starting to come back up again with some like really good dolls. And I'm like, oh God, okay, how much is this going to cost me?
I just wish they would release them.
Right.
I don't understand their like release schedule. It's like,
I don't know if they have a release schedule. I think it's you get it when we feel like putting it out situation or something. I don't even know.
It's yeah. I mean, the fact that we saw Skulltimate Secrets, the second wave, before the first one even. That's like
That's another one of those mysteries from Mattel that I'm curious to know, like what's going on there. Like, why is that happening? And if it, like, are they still having supply chain issues or something? Because like, why is the availability not there for a lot of these things? But especially like once you see like the prototype, or not prototype, the promotional imagery coming out, like the official stuff, and then like stuff is either that or like they're just pumping it out like super faster than we're thinking, or something. I don't know.
I feel like when you see a promotional image, it's obviously ready. Like it's like,
right,
those are like pretty like far down the line in the whole process.
Yeah, well, it's like I complain about people who like overly compare Monster High to Rainbow High, or like Mattel to MGA. Like, I get tired of the comparisons because it's apples and oranges. Like, they're both in the doll industry, but that's it. Everything else, like, there's certain, like, I have my opinions about that. But when I do look at like Rainbow High as an example, is they have, we don't see anything, and then like there might be a leak of like artwork or like concept something, but like that's a leak and it's not official. And then like shortly after that, then we get the official stuff, like the official artwork, and then we see the official promotional images, and then shortly after that the dolls drop. Right. So it's like they've got a little bit more concise like schedule happening, whereas Mattel isn't. I don't know what Mattel's doing right now, and maybe it's a plan, like they're doing it on purpose because people are talking about it, and it's creating interest because people like they see the pictures and stuff and they go crazy, and then when the dolls come out, everybody goes and they have to be the first person to get it, so they buy it off these like independent toy stores in other states and stuff, and eBay.
It creates frustration is what it creates.
It does. It really does. But that's why I'm like, what? These are mass produced. They're going to be available. I don't care. I will wait because I don't want to order it online and potentially get a wonky doll. I'm going to wait till I find it in person so I can see it and know it's going to be a good, face screening. Although G3 has been pretty good, in my opinion, for the screenings. So.
Well, on that note, I guess, I don't know. Do you have anything else you want to talk about with Monster High?
I don't know. I mean, nothing in particular. I think we covered a lot. Went over all of our top 5 dolls and plus a couple of honorable mentions. And given the chance, I would sit here and I would literally talk all night. So, but I should probably not do that because I do have work in the morning.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. This is fun.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun, and I really appreciate you suggesting or inviting me to join on your channel. Plus, I've seen a lot of the names in the chat here. Anybody who came over from my channel, if you're not subscribed, subscribe to the Junk Drawer. The button's right down there. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. But go check out, like, he's got a lot of really cool videos, and I've watched every single one of them. His videos are like really easy to watch, and I like Enzo. I'm like talking about you're not here, but I like your style a lot. So like you've got some really interesting dolls that I don't see other people reviewing. So that's the other cool thing.
Yeah, I like I was saying, I gravitate towards like the more weird stuff. I have a whole bunch of Kens that are strange that I'm making videos on. So yeah. So also, I mean, if you're not subscribed to Chad's channel, I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't be, but please go ahead and do that. Just type in Chad Marvelous. It'll pop up. I promise you. And yeah, so just real quick, just go through the comments real quick.
I had to fight for that top spot for Chad. Like, if people typed in Chad and dolls on YouTube, you got what was his name? There's a different Chad, and I forgot his name now. That was a doll YouTuber a few years ago, but he recently stopped doing doll content. But he's still active on YouTube. Okay. That's another one. I'll remember his name. But yeah, so like, yeah, if you're looking for me, it's not don't look for like a specific doll. And no, actually, I think now I do come up. If you type in like Monster High and then Chad, I think you'll see both me and the other guy.
The other Chad.
Yeah, now that's gonna the other Chad. There we go. Chad Marvelous, and then the other Chad. I hope he doesn't see this because I feel bad if.
All right, cool. Well, yeah.
Chad Allen, that's who it was. Chad Allen.
Chad Allen.
Yeah, if you type in Chad Dolls on YouTube, he comes up first and then I come up. But I'm working on that top spot. So
you can do it.
Only because he's not active in the doll community on YouTube specifically anymore. So
You got this. You got this.
Yep.
Yeah, so I guess that's it. I don't know how to end this, but thank you for watching us. Well, I was going to go into my outro, but I'm not going to do that. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Chad, for joining me. This was very fun, and I appreciate your time. I guess we'll just say goodbye.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks so much for having me. A lot of fun. Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.